Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I've been a stripper for 10 years, and I now know better. I know the dangers and how bad it is to work there. I've realized how unstable that world is. And I'm 29, so I just want out, but it's me and my financial goals right now, and I have some debt to pay off, and I have a dilemma. I just don't know if it's worth me staying there to pay everything that I owe, or just get out and find a normal career, find a normal job right now, and then little by little go on to move on to something better, go on to my university dream. And
is it true what you said, that you kind of made it seem like only your debt is keeping you in that lifestyle? Is that true? Because you just laid out that the back half of that was this beautiful scenario that didn't involve the dangers and lifestyle that you laid out at the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that's the only thing that's keeping me, really. Yeah, it is.
How much debt is it?
It's about, let's see, it's about $12,000 in medical bills, and then it's about another $12,000 in just credit card debt, and then I have $18,000 left in my car.
Okay.
So,
where do you live?
Detroit, Michigan.
No, I mean, do you have a home? Do you have an apartment?
Yes, I have an apartment. I live by myself. It's just my dog and I, and I've never really been the typical dancer that has 3-4 girls living with her, or has a pimp. No, I've been smart in that aspect, but I've become friends with girls that have that lifestyle, and I've now been, it's just been dangerous for me, and I just don't know. I don't know if it's worth me staying there.
I think that's your answer.
No. Yeah.
That's your answer. You said it's dangerous. What I'm looking for, what I was waiting to hear from you was, I want to get out of this, but I can't because of, and then maybe there being some danger to you, like bodily danger to you, because of the people that you're associated with. I was waiting to hear something along those lines. But truly, 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 Elsa, if you're telling me that the only reason is because of this debt, then I want you to know that when you told me those numbers, like, I didn't break a sweat. Like, my heart rate didn't increase at all. We take hundreds of calls a week, thousands of calls over time. Millions of people have called this number. And when you told me that debt, I was like, oh, okay, Elsa can do that. Like, she's capable, she's confident, she's smart. Like, there was no part of me, based on anything that you said, that would make me say she can't go out and get, to your words, that get that education, get a job, and go and work in a profession that doesn't cause you to take off your clothes or do things illegally. Like, there was no part of me that thought, I don't know, for Elsa, I only had confidence in you.
Well, thank you. It's so hard to have confidence in oneself whenever you've been there since you were 19 years old, and you were told many years, like, you're only here to please men, you're not worth it, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that. And then you don't have a mom or a dad to tell you any different. It's hard. It's hard to believe that I can make it by myself in the real world with a normal career. It's so hard.
Where are your parents?
Well, my dad passed away when I was 3, and my mom, she's just not in my life.
Okay. Do you have anyone else counting on this money, or just you?
What was that?
Do you have anybody else counting on this money, or is it just you?
No, just myself.
Okay.
It's just me and my dog, and that's it. And
if you were to give me a number, how much money do you need a month to make your minimum debt payments, to make your rent, and to get some food for you and your dog?
My rent's $1,800 plus food. I don't know. I spend $120 a week, I guess.
Okay. So sometimes
my car payment, I don't know. I guess $3,000-$4,000. Is that?
It's not crazy.
No, that's not crazy at all.
So here, you called us, okay? So here's my promise to you. All of us, every one of us, finds ourselves at some season in our life in the dark. And we don't know which way is up. We've done something that we don't think we can come back from. We found ourselves in a job that we can't quit. We have found ourselves 10 years into something that has compromised who we are, and yet we don't see a path out. And there's nobody that we can see that has a light at the end of any tunnel anywhere. And then you call us. And what Jade and I are telling you right now is we haven't been in your particular situation, but we've been in our own dark rooms, and we reach out and call somebody that we trust, and they say, you can't see it yet, but I promise there's a path out. And that means the first step you take is going to have to be a scary one, because you won't see where you're stepping. You're just going to have to trust Jade. You have to trust me, and you have to trust that millions of people before you have walked this path. It's going to be scary. Are you in?
Well, yes, I of course.
So what does it look like for you? Let's say you come off this phone call today and you say, you know what, John and Jade, I'm going to take that first step, and I'm going to leave this profession behind and find a different profession. What does that look like for you? What's the first step to you saying, I'm not stripping anymore? Is it walking into the club and just saying, I quit? Is it as easy as that? Tell me a little bit more about that.
That's so hard to imagine, to just not go back to that club anymore. It's so hard because I have everything written down here on my whiteboard, and I'm seeing these numbers go down little by little, you know, and I'm just...
Yeah, but you know what else is going down and down and down and down? Your sense of self, your sense of who you are, your sense of purpose, your sense of your own ability to breathe, to be okay with who you see in the mirror. And that's way more important right now than a dollar amount.
For you, it's not as easy as just walking into a club and saying, that's it, I quit, right? It sounds like you've got some feelings tied up in this. This is your community. It's the only thing you've known since you're 18, right? So it's not just that easy.
And Elsa, do you have a bunch of people in your life telling you you're crazy, the money's too good, you're an idiot, you're whining about nothing?
Yes, actually, just a month ago, the manager sat me down. You're crazy for wanting to leave this industry. Why don't you just take 2 days off? Because I worked 40 days straight. I was so focused on this one credit card that I owed about $9,000, and I brought it down to like $500 in those 40 days. And
how much debt did you start with? Can I just ask that? What did you start with?
It's just been credit cards that I avoided. You know, I moved. I used to work in New York and then Vegas, or, you know.
So it's like you pay it down and run it up again, pay it down, run it up again.
Yes. And I did, you know, I kind of always did that, you know.
Yeah. Since I mean, what can I just ask? What are you making? Like, what do you make on an average week? What do you make an average month?
Maybe $3,000. A good month, maybe $45,000 to $5,000, and a slow week.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean anything by it. That's all right. Like, it's fine. But you could easily go out and get another job to replace that. I feel like there's an erroneous part of your thinking that's like, man, this money's so good, there's no way I could make that, like, on the outside. And I'm just sitting here telling you, like, yes, you can easily. John?
Yeah, I'm going to ask this almost the same way I would ask somebody who's ready to stop drinking. Because here's what this is going to cost you, Elsa. It's going to cost you everything you've known since you were 18. It's going to cost you a bunch of parasitic, awful people who are basically pseudo family, but they're not. They're leeches or predators. It's going to cost you all of it. And it's going to change your day-to-day. It's going to change. You have to get up and you're going to have to go to a regular job, and you're going to have to interact with quote-unquote regular people in the light, and you're going to have to learn to not feel socially anxious about that. And it's going to take some time and some practice, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And if you do it, you're going to wake up in 8 months, and you're going to easily be you're going to be working a couple of jobs, but you're going to easily be making $4,000 over the course of a month, and you're going to start to accumulate something that you have never had, and that is dignity and self-worth and a pride in yourself. Is that worth it? Because if you're not ready for that, that's okay. We love you. We'll still be your friend. We'll hook you up with FPU, but none of this changes. And you know how this ends, right?
Well, yeah, it's taking a toll on me.
I know it is.
I'm having nightmares.
I know it is.
It's just.
Are you done?
I'm just so scared.
Are you done?
Scared of, I mean,
if you're done, we'll help you out. We'll give you everything we got.
I want to leave the strip club.
Okay.
Just as much as I want to breathe. I mean, I want to go to bed early and be in bed at 7 or 8.
Let's make it happen. Listen, we're going to give you 3, 4, 5 steps, whatever steps it is, little by little, that you can take today and make changes today and throughout the rest of next week. I think this is going to the physical effort it's going to take is going to be a lot less than the mental effort. Right? Because to John's point, like you said, this is all you've known. But physically, for you to say, okay, I quit, or tonight I'm going and I am applying for every job I can think of. I don't care if it's Kroger grocery store. I don't care if it's McDonald's. I don't care if it's Amazon, stocking shelves. Whatever it is, you apply for it and take the first job you get. And then you can always upgrade later. Take the first job you get out. I think that's step 1, huh, John?
I think I want you to have 2 jobs by the end of this week. Okay. Will you commit to that?
I will look for 2 jobs.
You look for 50 jobs. You're going to accept 2 of them, and you're going to start at 7 or 8 in the morning, and you're going to get done about 6 o'clock at 7 at night, and then you're going to go home and you're going to play with your dog, and you're going to go for walks, and nobody's going to chase you. And then you're going to go to bed, and you're going to practice going to bed because you have never done that. Not in your entire adult life have you gone home and just watched a TV show and gone to bed, right?
I just crashed, and I crashed for 12, 13 hours. I'm just so exhausted. I hate wearing those heels. I hate.
Then be done with them. Wear running shoes like I'm wearing right now. They're amazing,
when you get off the phone, you're signing up for Uber and you're signing up for Instacart. You have an $18,000 car. That's thing 1. And then I want you to go down the street to 2, 3 different grocery stores, apply, get the job. Just like that. Just like that. There's nothing. Now you can't go, well, where should I apply? What should I do? I just gave you 5 options.
So I should get a normal job even though it's going to take me longer to pay this
It's not going to take you that much longer, girl. You told me you were making $3,000 a month. You're not Scrooge McDuck on that. All right? Like, I want you to stop saying that that's like this pinnacle. It's not. And I'm not saying that to be ugly. I'm just telling you the facts.
It's not a ton of money.
That's not a ton of money. That's what people make when they call our show and we tell them, you need to make more money. That's what that is. And so I'm not going to subscribe to that with you. That you were just doing okay and you're about to do a lot better. Like you're about to do so much better. And I know that you said earlier, no one has told you that you're worth anything, but let John and I be the first to tell you, man, you're worth so much. You can do so much. You're just so valuable and there's so much talent inside of you and you have so much to offer. We see it and we hear it just talking to you. We truly do.
And if you need to borrow some of our self-belief for a minute, go for it.
Borrow it.
But listen, yes, go get 2 jobs tomorrow or start this afternoon, but start tomorrow. And the moment you sign on job number 2, I'll start tomorrow. You make a commitment. I will never walk back in that club again, ever. Ever. I'm going to block the people on my phone. I am out. I am out. I am out. If I have to change apartments, I'm going to change apartments. I am out. And there's going to be a season of loneliness. You can go get involved in a local group. You can hang out with people at your new job. You can go to a local church. You can figure that part out. But we're going to start cold turkey. We're out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
And we're going to give you all the tools you need. We're going to give you a budgeting tool to help you budget your money. We're going to set you up with coaching. We're going to give you Ken Coleman's career assessment so you can figure out what your path is toward doing what you truly want to do career-wise. We're going to make sure, like on our end, we're going to make sure you have everything.
I'll talk to you separately on my show about how to get into a college that you want to get into. Okay? We're
going to walk with you.
We'll take care. We'll hook you up with a financial coach so they can walk you through your budget. You think $3,000 a month is a lot of money? It's not.
No. I said I make $2,000 to $3,000 a week.
Okay. So
week.
$6,000 to $8,000 a month. Yeah, that's a good salary.
That's a good salary, but looking at what your lifestyle is, A, it's not necessary.
It's not sustainable.
And B,
I'm not living a fancy lifestyle.
I know.
I'm actually frugal. Every
I know.
night, whether I make.
My point that I'm making to you, Elsa, is you don't need that much money a month. You told me your rent's $1,800 a month. You've got $42,000 of debt. Right now, an average income is going to be just fine for you. That's why I was saying, if you can get $4,000 a month, I'm happy for you. You're making steps in the right direction, and then that income is going to go up and up and up. And right now, that money's going somewhere. It's being piddled away on debt and bad decisions because you haven't known how to manage that money. We'll teach you how to manage your money, and you can make less money go further when you know the correct way to manage it, and we're going to help you with that.
Create your free Every Dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.